Tripping all over my shoes, yeah, I'm falling for you. Ain't nobody like you, yeah, you got me. Tripping all over my shoes, yeah, I'm falling for you. Ain't nobody like you.
Hey guys, it's really late. Welcome to USC in the evening. SoCal versus Ohio is the last match of the week, and Chilier and I are defying all logic and bringing it to you at midnight local time for each of us. What's going on?
I'm trying. I'm trying not to wheeze laughing. Hey guys.
Hey guys. Hey.
All right, I'm okay now. I'm ready. I'm ready for SoCal, Ohio.
I got a snack. I got a drink with a capital D. I am ready to go. Ohio's playing at midnight too. We're all in this together.
Except for SoCal's cream.
Except for SoCal, who gets to play at 9 p.m. Must be nice.
Must be.
Must be nice. So I don't know. We're gonna make it through this together. We're gonna figure out a way to.
Utami is in the United States.
It is time. It's happy 7/27 XD. All right. For the rest of the stream, nobody else is allowed to mention it.
I'm deleting any messages where people say
it's gonna get mentioned.
I'm deleting everything.
Right. And Matthew's. Jesus Christ. I'll be back at 05. You schedule the match to this bullshit time, and now you're gonna AFK until 5 minutes after the match time is supposed to start? And Ohio's like showing up late?
Ohio's just preparing.
It's I'm having second thoughts.
This is the day.
Having second thoughts. So, SoCal is Matthew, Tommy, You're Cute, Headstack, Jazaron, and Spev. Which is Utami and Ko, basically. Ohio, of course, Haruka Blaze, Shotgun Ape, Kaneko, Utsuha, and Taro, which is Haruka Blaze, Utsuha, and Ko.
Congratulations to both teams for making it to Winners Bracket Quarterfinals. We're proud of you all. It is time to send one of you to the dungeon that is the Losers Bracket.
And one of them is going to face Michigan, and the other one gets to face Florida. So, you know, pick your poison.
Nah, yeah, really. Do you want Bean or Cappy?
Do you want to get consumed? Do you want to get consumed?
Do you want to get consumed or Exarch 1 hello'd?
Of course.
To be
This
honest,
is
this is
shut the fuck up, Ario. Wait, Chillier, you're a GMT now. You could just go silence him.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh my god. I think it's deserved.
It might be, but I'll let him have his one chance at life.
Hey. This is the last match of the week. This is gonna determine the last matchups, as we said. And like, it sucks because this is probably going to be a good match. So like, it's really frustrating that it's starting at midnight. I just don't have, I think like, I don't like saying this, but I think I'm unironically too old for this shit.
Oh, I feel you there. Anyone else have to wake up at 7 a.m. local?
Just you, unfortunately.
Love it. Amazing.
No, South Carolina doesn't play right now.
Matthew has begun the rolls. Well, both of these teams are ready for warm-ups.
Man, I swear, if we get that stupid, like, 4-minute long, like, annoying-ass Ohio warm-up again that they picked last, that's just a slider, I might actually cry.
We'll hold down the fort for as long as we can, and then we go on autopilot for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I'm not yawning, you're yawning.
There's a chance that this just devolves into Chillier and I completely losing our marbles because of the time of day that we're doing this at. So please bear with us as best you can here.
We will make this an interesting match for all parties involved.
Interesting with a capital int.
Yes, I think that is the way. Both of these teams are fairly evenly matched at this stage in the tournament. You know, you got Utami on Southern California, joined by quite a few very solid players, notably Matthew and You're Cute in the lobby. And then, of course, what we are not seeing is Headstack, Chazaron, and Spev, who are also very cool at this game.
Very
Ohio.
cool at the game.
They're very cool. They're very awesome.
They're cool OSU players.
Delving into insanity here, and then
And the match hasn't even started yet.
yeah, Ohio's warm-up will begin. Speaking of the Ohio team, they have their core three in right now: Kablaze, Utsuha, and Aryu. Quite possibly one of the scariest lineups we have seen since, like, I don't know, back when Toy played in 2018 or last year with like Vaxay, Idki, etc. It is a cool lineup joined by Shotgun Ape, Kaneko, and Taro. Ohio, the 6th seeded team in the tournament, right below Massachusetts and Southern California. The 3rd seeded team in the tournament, right above North California.
It's so messed up how Ohio is the 6th seed, just because like
It's not okay.
like they only have a couple of players or those like really high ranked people. But I mean, we've talked before about the fact that like all of the top like 6 teams are just really good, regardless of rank and seed. Virginia, NorCal, SoCal, Florida, Massachusetts, Ohio, like just distribute them amongst the bracket however you see fit.
I can't believe nobody hit that slider. Well, there goes Ohio's warm-up. Now it's time for
Watame Rap?
Rap, which did not download. Client, I know you can do
I
it.
think my client downloaded it okay.
Mine didn't. Is it going today?
Mine seems to have done it.
Alright, well, my client's broken. I'm gonna restart
This
it.
sounds like vaguely familiar, and I don't know why. Alright, well, warm-up number 2. Hopefully it's pretty short. Let's take a look at the MP so I can see the map. A minute long. Okay, perfect. Well, the bright side is they picked short warm-ups. I like that about this match. That's good. And
I am prepared.
we have like the ref who is the most gung-ho about like super strict timers, which I'm also very here for considering the circumstances. So you know, everything is coming up. Yeah, it's somebody, not me, but it's coming up somebody.
Yeah, something there. I'm glad we get to take a look at the pool really quick. What are your thoughts between these two teams on this map pool while we try and stall time to not get DMCA'd by this warm-up?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I think the thing with Ohio is just that they have like more depth. They are more likely to have a 3-player roster, namely Ryuka Blaze and Utsuha, for any given map. Whereas SoCal, you know, obviously they have Utami, who's going to be trying to FC every map again because he still hasn't missed yet in this tournament. But after that, you know, the strength isn't quite as high for SoCal. So I do think Ohio is just kind of favored in general in that sense. And obviously some of the most well-rounded players out there, Kablaze and Ryu and Utsuha, are pretty much all capable of playing really anything on this pool and most other pools as well. So.
Well, I think we'll have an exciting matchup ahead of us again. You know, I mentioned earlier you have Utami on the SoCal side, who is arguably or inarguably in most cases the #1 United States tournament player, at least in this tournament currently. And, you know, Ohio has, I guess, kind of the other half of those best United States tournament players, I think, you know, when you look at some of the teams here. Of course, it's spread out a little bit with 1 or 2 players on a few, but, you know, kind of OWC roster / potential OWC roster versus a couple of very, very solid supporting players, I think, for both teams there. You have Utsuha, of course, on Ohio, I mentioned, and some new faces this year, of course. Taro, I think, and Kaneko, I believe, is also didn't play last year, unless I'm not remembering correctly. I know Shotgun Ape did. I don't believe Kaneko played last year.
I have to go look it up because I actually can't remember offhand. Ohio last year did not have Kaneko, no. They had Pupper and Blairsy, who this year replaced by Taro and Kaneko.
Yeah, so some good replacements there. And then SoCal with a more notable roster change. Utami, Matthew, Yercute, Headstack, Chazaron, and Spev. Spev, Chazaron, and Matthew are new / coming back players, or was Matthew on last year? I'm so out of it right now. I know Headstack was, and then Matthew was on the roster last year as well. Yes, so it is Yercute, Utami, Chazaron, and Spev who are new to the roster, which is a large change from last year.
I think there was just never going to be a world in which SoCal could live up to last year without Vaxei Idke on the team. There was just like they had no shot at having the same strength, but they put together a pretty reasonably strong roster, all things considered. The really just the giant buff to Utami over the past year is very important for them, but still can't replace Vaxei. He's the closest thing they have to it, but
Well,
but actually,
if
you could make the argument. You could make the argument that Utami is a better low AR and reading player than Vaxei is.
Yeah, I think you could definitely make that argument, especially on a semifinals pool. The consistency is basically the same between the two of them. So at least at this stage in the tournament, Utami is a perfect replacement for Vaxei, like in every sense of the word.
So that's not what I want.
So I guess they'll get into bans. Nomad 3 from
SoCal
Ohio's second.
SoCal just double banned Gimmick. They
Yeah.
banned Nomad 6, Fremod 2, and meanwhile Ohio bans 10.3 and Alt.
I mean, I get the gimmick bans, especially against Utsuha, Kablaze, and Ariu. Like, that roster just simply does not lose on reading.
Yeah, no. They win reading, just auto. Also, this is not Ohio's first pick, it's SoCal's first pick.
Southern California will get the pick.
Yeah, Ohio had first ban, so SoCal gets first pick.
We'll flip it back and forth. SoCal's going to get their chance to get the first pick on the board against Ohio.
I guess I'll just put some backing music on while we wait for their pick. my client's not playing the song, and I don't want to get DMCA'd anyway, so...
Yeah.
Southern California gets to pick a map. Yeah, we don't get Utsuha Fremod 2 this week. That's really sad.
Unlucky, no easy modification. We got to see Rectagon, I guess, and Georgia as well. But HD1 from SoCal, I guess they're going for the most awkward of the maps remaining after that double kind of gimmick ban from Ohio here, which is a smart move.
Isn't that backwards? I think that's backwards. Oh,
is it backwards?
SoCal double ban the gimmick? I have to real quick double check, but I think, yeah, SoCal is the ones that ban double ban gimmick.
I see.
So I think what they're... Actually, I don't know what their strat is on this pick going this route against Ohio. I mean, obviously the SoCal major strat is that you're just expecting Utami to FC, every map, but it's more about what they can get behind him. Whereas Ohio has the Kablaze Ariu duo and then whatever. Also, I need to check something real quick.
Well, strong roster for SoCal in right now. Although I don't know if I expected Yercute to be in for a map like Blood Drain. I think Utami and Headstack is a very solid combo for this, but I definitely would have expected someone like Matthew in for this, if this is the roster they're going for. Ariu's not happy about the Fremod 2 ban. I guess he just noticed.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you kind of expect that ban against this team because Utsuha exists and Kablaze and Ariu exist. Like, that team is so good at Fremod.
Yeah.
But, I think Hidden One is an interesting first pick because this is a map that like very few people FC in most matches, but in this particular matchup, there's more people who are likely to do really well in it. Like I think it's kind of a given that like you expect Utami and Kablaze to probably match FCs on it. So we'll have to see how your cute Headstack and Gang everybody else does. Very easy to break on the like cut streams and the slider streams in this. So in we go though, and we'll get to find out. I think in general, like we were saying, Ohio just feels favored on most picks due to their relative depth, but SoCal has some very strong players as well, backing up Utami. So this should be closely fought, I think, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in, I think, some of the choices for the SoCal roster, especially your cute. Again, I mentioned Matthew is normally very solid at these kind of more reading dense hidden picks, and he does find the first break with Utsuha.
Yeah, that's just a trade, and that is like where you'd expect those misses to be, is on those slider streams. So 2 FCs to 2, little bit of a combo lead to Ohio with Utsuha holding while your cute found another break. Also accuracy lead to Ohio, 99.7 on Kablaze and 99.5 on Airyu. That's really impressive, even if we're only 500 combo in.
Yeah, absolutely. That is, I mean, especially with the sliders that exist at the beginning of this map and a couple of those streams, it is not an easy feat. It's going to be interesting to see if they maintain that, however. Which I
they put
think
Utsuha again. That gives combo lead back over to SoCal.
The score lead's going to go over as Utsuha finds one more break. Not super comfortable on the slider streams, it seems.
That's the easiest thing in this map to really kind of troll if you're not like super confident on them. The hidden flow aim is always tricky, but when you start to incorporate slider streams as well, it just gets even trickier.
Well,
Airyu has also dropped a little bit of AC down below 99, and Utsuha once again full misses a stream. And his AC is down to 95. That's really not a good look for Ohio because Yurkyu has recovered quite well.
Yeah, Headstack did drop a little bit of accuracy on it, but it doesn't really matter. It just puts him a little bit closer to what Airyu has. Utami's accuracy is definitely suffering a significant amount from what I think we normally expect to see from him, but he is maintaining the combo, so regardless, Utsuha's continuous gem missing is really not doing any favors.
I wonder what the factor is here for Utsuha, just not comfortable on this map, or what exactly, but really not having a good time. He's fallen 150,000 points behind Yurkyu, which is not the best. Yurkyu does find a break, so it does open this back up if either Utami or Headstack breaks. There is still a third of the map to go. It's plenty of time. Probably about 400k score for the FCs remaining.
Oh, maybe. I mean, very uncharacteristic of Utsuha, might I add. Utsuha is a significantly stronger hidden player than what we are witnessing right now, so an underperformance from him, to say, you know, the least about it. It is midnight for him, so we'll give him the benefit.
Oh, Airyu breaks. That may just end it, though.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep, Utsuha breaks once again. Yurkyu follows, but Utami Headstack still double FCing. We have not yet seen a double FC. I can only remember seeing one, maybe two FCs on this in general. We saw Conrad Mitten FC it last night. We saw Mighty Door miss like the last note of that stream at the end. That's really about it. So Utami, you know, drops the AC down a little bit, like you said, but, you know, the combo is what's most important. It's still 98%, not bad at all. And that's nearly going to be unbeatable regardless. Headstack, Utami, double FC, 0 FCs out of Ohio as Kablaze misses on the ending stream. That's a really good start for SoCal. That's exactly how they wanted to get this match going, with Utami and Headstack both FCing their first pick. Really well done to them.
Very strong performance. South California and their Lord and Savior Headstack with his 2100 050 play. Utami almost blundering the ending with the 50s there, you saw, but I think, you know, Utsuha just not being quite as comfortable on that map as I think he would have wanted to be, and, you know, Airyu's unfortunate break towards the ending of the map, just sliding that over to California casually there with a fairly solid win, about 350,000 for them. So Utami and Headstack, again, we mentioned the two players that were very unsurprisingly in for that map. You're cute, although again, I guess kind of more of like a gamble for SoCal on that. Certainly held his own with the 500k.
Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with what Your Cute put forth on that. I mean, when you've got a double FC, not a lot of teams are putting up much over 2 million, so you don't need a lot of score on that third player if you've got 2 FCs going. So that was very good. Also, Utami, I'm just going to keep the counter going. 11 for 11 now.
Yep.
So has played 11 of the 12, I believe that is now, maps that SoCal has played. And he has FC'd all of them. Leader in the pack by a fair margin in terms of percent max and everything.
Well, it's Ohio's pick now. They're going to go for something that they're confident in right now. I guess they've taken a little bit of the timer here. Maybe they surely go for a hidden pick on one of this here. Hidden 2 might be something that Ohio just kind of takes, but SoCal looks good on that map, and the reading might be good.
Yeah, I don't know, Ohio's just not picking. Like, they're actually going to run out the timer here at this rate. They need to know that, like, Kay does not mess around with timers. Like, if they go over, she will put the pick to the other team, like, without a second thought. It just happens. But it's going to be free mod 3. You know, we've talked about Ohio being really strong on free mods. We saw what they did with free mod 3 last week on Torioka. They had a very good team score on that map. So looking to bring that one back here in this matchup with a similarly mechanically demanding map, albeit at a lower BPM.
Yeah, so I think this definitely comes down to if you have a good Hard Rock player to go through on this. And, you know, again, it's kind of redundant because I think I said the exact same thing yesterday, but, you know, we saw it in a few matches yesterday where it comes down to that no-mod FC and your Hard Rock player being able to go through. Because you said, you know, the hidden and the no-mod player, you expect them to combo most of this map, you know, albeit up to like the 1/3 section maybe, and then your no-mod player is the one that you need to hold through something like that. So, you know, it does genuinely come down to who has a really strong Hard Rock player here.
Yeah, and interestingly, you know, this is not a map, even with the hidden and nomad being relatively easier, it's not a map we've seen a lot of FCs on. We see people breaking on that 1/3 pattern in the solo, or you see some people breaking very near the end. Nerves start to play a role, but I think this is another map where, another free mod pick where the frequent strategy, you know, like you said, you put your carry player on Nomad and they put forth an FC, you're going to be in a good spot. As long as your Hard Rock and Hidden players can just hold their own, getting like 1 FC.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Taro coming in for Ohio. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure of the mods on Ohio. I imagine that Kablaze takes the Hidden and Airyu takes the Hard Rock, and it looks like that's the case.
Yep.
SoCal putting Utami on the Nomad,
Yep.
which I get for the guaranteed FC, but I also wonder if Utami would guaranteed FC with Hidden.
I don't think the FC is as assured with Hidden for Utami as it is with Nomad. And he also dropped a bunch of ACK on that intro. That was interesting. But yeah, I think Utami is like a given with Nomad here. Whereas, and I think Yercute is, from what I've seen, very solid. I mean, he performed well on Hidden on the last pick. So I think he's a decent one. Interested in Headstack versus Airyu on Hard Rock. Also really don't know what to expect out of Taro. He is not a player that I have seen all that much of. New addition to their roster this year, not a tournament player that I've witnessed in like any tournament, so curious to see how he does. Kablaze though with Hidden, the first drop for Ohio.
You got banchoed.
Oh, did I? I got banchoed this badly?
Yeah, it hasn't broken.
It's gone up to
I'm
50.
just really behind.
I was gonna say it's gone up to
crap.
70 combo. I'm pretty sure that's not a bancho.
Oh, I'm getting eliminated right now.
But yeah, so this is gonna be a little bit of a lead here at the beginning of things. Oh, and Airyu breaks as well. Still a 3-way for SoCal and only 1 FC left on Ohio, and it's their no mod, which, you know, it's good to have that FC, but it's the lowest score, obviously, without a mod multiplier. So we'll see what kind of lead SoCal can take, but they're starting off in a good spot through that first Kiai.
This is a ridiculously dangerous position for Ohio right now. Headstack is a supreme Hard Rock aim player. I do not expect any misses from him, even at the 1/3, to be perfectly honest. I think if there was anyone to hit those, it probably could be him. And Yurcute is looking good on the hidden right here, just on the aim alone. Utami kind of doing what you expect the Nomad player to do, likewise with Taro here. So you got that consistency, but I guess it does come down to whether or not, SoCal finds a break before the 1/3.
So what is going to come up here in just a few combo is those couple of big squares. There's a break for Yurcute right before them. Let's see if Headstack and Utami can hit the big square jumps, and they both do. Wow. Kablaze breaks, but Aryu and Taro both held, so a little bit of a 2v2 here. Unfortunately for Ohio, they don't have a backing combo to try to pick away at this lead, and that score gap's going to stay pretty much exactly the same until we see any more breaks. So this is going to get dicey here for Ohio.
There's a big score lead, and it continues growing, but ever so slightly. Taro is basically the only thing standing between Ohio and certain death right now against SoCal. It's 2 FCs to the 1. Aryu has a combo, but Headstack hits the 1/3.
Headstack and Utami both hit the 1/3. So did Taro and Aryu, but that basically means that unless SoCal dies right around the start to first third of the last Ki, it's a 200k lead. I mean, that's not going to be going anywhere. So, I mean, this is we have not. I don't think we've seen a Hard Rock FC on this yet. So Headstack really showing off here for SoCal. It's a 250k lead, and that, like you said, it's just not going anywhere with the double FC.
I mean, at the risk of maybe jinxing it, but I do think I mentioned Headstack is not a player you want to go up against with a 1 miss on this map with Hard Rock. If there was anyone to FC this map with Hard Rock, it would be him. He does find a slider break.
Okay, there is a decent amount of combo left at the end here. If Aryu Kablaze both FC the rest of the map and Taro holds his Nomad FC, this is comebackable. It's only 140k, and it's going to come down really quickly, but it's going to be like at the bare edge of enough time, but there is enough time. I think this comes. Headstack and Yurcute will break again. This might be enough, but I don't. It's going to be so close. Taro's got another 100k score thereabouts.
It's going to go back. It's going to go.
It's going to go. SoCal just. Wow.
SoCal actually just threw the ending, unfortunately.
That's basically what I said had to happen, and it happened. SoCal had to completely fall apart in the ending, and Headstack and Yurcute just could not figure anything out in that last Ki. Meanwhile, Taro FC'd to match Utami, actually exceeded his accuracy, and Kablaze and Aryu both FC'd that ending with aplomb, and Ohio pulls off the comeback on their own first pick.
I don't want to say that Utami's accuracy drop at like the beginning with those 7 100s he dropped on the first stream made a big difference, but it kind of did.
It's 30k. He wouldn't have had enough score for it to matter. He still couldn't get 1.08 million. So it would have been closer, but it wouldn't have been able to change the outcome. He needed Yurcute to not kind of chain miss, and he needed He needed Headstack to have a bit of a better time at the ending, because Headstack had 5 misses in the last Ki.
I mean, 3 less 100s is 3k more, and if Utami has to double S that to get 1.8 mil, but again, it really did come down to what you mentioned, which was, Headstack and Yurcute just completely chain missing the ending of that map. You saw the big stream miss from both of them, and, again, unfortunately, Yurcute, I guess, was really the strongest player that they had able to play this on hidden aim. Again, it's not a bad choice. 500k is certainly not a bad score by any means on hidden, but I mean, when you have players like Matthew and Spev who are just really good at stuff like that, you do have to wonder if it is the best choice, unless they're just missing someone.
No, I think they're
not missing Matthew.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure they have everyone here. I don't think they're missing any players. And I think that was probably below like any semblance of an expected score from Yurcute. I think it was just an underperformance, unfortunately, that one time. He only finished 2 combo different from Kablaze, but he was still down by 90k because of the number of misses in that ending. So, the combo was there, which means he's obviously capable of playing the map just fine. It's just a matter of where he had those breaks at the end. So I don't think it was like necessarily a mistake to have Yurcute in for that. It was just not his best performance on the map.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it was Ohio's pick, so there's, no harm there. Ohio's going to get themselves on the board, albeit in ridiculously close fashion, and SoCal 100% looked like they were taking a break point until the very ending of that map after that big slider square. And SoCal's gonna try and take it back on the hidden 2 right now. We did mention that Ohio could absolutely pick this map against SoCal, but that it would be close given SoCal's track record on some of their reading players. But I guess they're going to hope for a miss from that third player from Ohio, because Utami and Matthew just double FC this unless they blunder.
Yeah, it's really interesting seeing what SoCal is doing in this matchup, actually, because, we talked about, like, they banned the 2, kind of standout gimmick picks with No Mod 6 and Free Mod 2, but then they pick Hidden 1 and Hidden 2 as their first 2 maps, which are both, fairly gimmicky hidden picks, so it's an interesting strategy, but clearly, worked out for them on the first pick. Let's see if it works out for them as well here. Who's going to be the person to 4-miss the stream at the start, the first, 18 combo or whatever? Somebody's going to 4-miss it, because that always happens, right?
It will be Aryu. No, God, no. I don't actually think anyone misses it.
Yeah, in this matchup, I think they actually all hit it. Let's see.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, yep. Finally, nobody breaks there. That's the first time I've watched this map played where nobody broke on that intro, though.
Shotgun Ape almost did. He did kind of spam his keys to
he had to
react.
Yeah, he had to recover. He lost 4% act, but FC'd.
Well, it's worth it. I think he only dropped 1/100, so...
Oh, never mind. Okay, sorry. I thought I saw my screen flash, and I did not.
Oh, yeah.
I did not. So now we get... Oh, Aryu? Aryu?
That's unlucky. That could actually genuinely be ridiculously dangerous.
That could just lose them the map because... Shotgun Ape breaks. So that's 2 FCs gone. This map is so short. It's, what, 500-600 combo, and we're already a third in. SoCal hasn't dropped so much as a 100. We haven't gotten
against the team.
We haven't gotten to the hard part yet, though.
Yeah, that is true, but, I mean, Matthew has... what, double S'd every hidden 2 in the tournament thus far? I don't even know.
He's SS at least one, and I think like 1x100 another. I think you 1x100 last week.
Break.
Right, into the triangle thing.
To the surprise of nobody,
everyone
SoCal hits that, but everyone hits it. The square is the big one.
Yeah, I don't even like. Shotgun Ape falls again. Do you even call it a square? I mean, they're not actually square jumps. It's just in a square shape. Here we go.
Yeah.
Blaze dies. That's it. There's no FCs
Matthew's
on Ohio.
Shaking
and
so bad. Matthew is shaking so bad.
He breaks. Utami just does not care. Utami simply does not give a fuck.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah, so SoCal's gonna take the point. It's gonna be 2-1. They're gonna win their first 2 picks quite comfortably.
Into the ending of the map right here. Nobody to match Utami. You got your cute matching whatever Shotgun Ape is putting up, and Utami puts up the first double S.
The SS. I think we've seen maybe 1 SS previously on this. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've had a couple blunders. Yeah. We've had some 1 misses. We've had 1/100s.
Aryu. Wait. Aryu and Kablaze hit 0 combined 100s. They hit 0 combined 100s, and they 5 missed. Oh, you hate to see it, man. That's so unlucky, because they actually win that if those are both SSs.
I think SoCal just put up the same performance as Massachusetts in terms of hundreds and miscount, I think. Because, yeah, I think it might actually be the same, because it's, what, the 1/100 transfer on each, and then the 1 and 2 miss.
Yeah.
I think it's just dead on matched.
My face when low approach rate, low OD.
So that is the 3rd double S on the map of Digital Hypno and Will Cookie SSing that map as well, to the surprise of nobody.
Yeah, those are like good area hidden players.
Yeah. Well, all 3 players that double S this map are some of the best AR8 hidden players that you have, and unfortunately Vector could have added to that list but blundered a bit.
Do you think Utami is like the best AR8 hidden player in the USA right now?
I think that...
I'm trying to think of like who else is up
Stacker
there.
Joe.
Stacker Joe.
I think Stacker Joe is.
Oh, 2-1.
But unironically, there's a lot of contention for AR8, because there's also a lot of different kinds of AR8. Like, are we talking AR8 aim or like pure reading?
Yeah,
like,
that's true. But I think I feel
know.
like Utami like is kind of super rounded in that, though, between like he's able to read really well, but he's also able to play aim stuff So, I don't know.
Yeah, there's so many different like areas that like I said, like reading and memorization and overlaps versus aim and all kinds of good jazz. But I mean, if we're talking like general AR8, then yeah, Utami is probably second or first on that list.
Ooh,
I
want to be a
DT4.
This is bold, I would say. This is bold from Ohio against Utami Matthew, but this is like an area map for sure. This is an area map.
Oh yeah, area UFC is this 9 times out of 10.
Have we seen an FC on this map yet? Has any? I don't think anyone has FC'd this.
I do not.
I mean, the matches all start to blend into one another when you watch every match that occurs in a week, so it's hard to remember every single play. But I don't remember seeing any FCs offhand.
I think Aryu will FC this, to be honest. I think if there was any player, I think Aryu just FCs this 8 or 9 times out of 10.
Also, I think Utami can FC this.
Unironically, I think Utsuha can as well. Utsuha's a very good like old map player.
Yo, OMF USA OMF World Cup team. Let's go.
Unironically,
I don't know who's. I have no idea who signed up for that. I don't. But Aries surely the captain.
Oh yeah,
is like one of the world's best old map players.
Seriously. If only Toy was still there,
I want you, DTFC. Anybody?
Oh my goodness, yes.
That play was so stupid.
That was ridiculous.
All right, so we've got Spev coming in, Utami Matthew against Aryu Utsuha Blaze. Will this be the map that finally Utami finds his first break of the tournament on? If anything, it's probably this. This is like I feel like the hardest map to be like consistent on, even for somebody at that level. For whatever reason, this map just fucks with people's heads. Blaze does find the first break though.
A little bit of an over aim on one of those linears.
Yeah, the linear patterns and like the way the bursts, like those angled bursts and stuff, can be very tricky, but everybody feeling it so far. Just the early break from Blaze.
Aryu has to be careful though, because Matthew is also really good at old maps.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, Blaze. Okay, that's a bad place to miss. That's right in the middle already with this being so short.
Yeah.
And it's still a 3-way for SoCal. Unless they fall apart here, they're going to take a decent-sized lead. Oh, Spev and Utami breaks. That's Utami's first break of the tournament. And Spev misses as well, so now it's going to go over to Ohio as Matthew misses also. Utsuha and Aryu still going.
Yeah, I think we kind of saw this coming, unfortunately.
Yeah, Aryu does break, but Utsuha, man.
Ready.
Look at that act, by the way, 99.57? Yeah. Okay, Utsuha. Go off,
Utsuha's
King.
kind of hype about that.
Okay, Utsuha.
Okay. He's hype about that one. Okay, that's just not something you do.
That's
Kablaze 100.
Oh, that's so sad. 100, 150, 1 miss. So that's a slider break with V2 for the 50, I think, and 1 miss.
Well, Utsuha with his compensation for blundering the first pick in insane fashion for Ohio. It is now 2-2.
It's 2-2. I don't know what Aryu is talking about in game chat. It's definitely 2-2 Aryu. All right. Well, I wonder how much pressure is now off Utami after this 12 map streak is now gone. Like now he doesn't have to worry about the FCs. A little bit of that pressure gone in that aspect.
Well, he has been kind of suffering on the accuracy in the match today, and I do wonder if that is in part because of the pressure of continuing to maintain that, performance. And I mean, the pressure has to be on, even if you're SoCal in this match. You're going up against Ohio, who are easily one of the top 2 or 3 favored teams to win the tournament by a fairly big margin, and you are also a team that is up in that kind of bracket of like that top 3 or 4 teams, so this match means a lot if you're both of these.
Yeah, I mean, these, we talk, it's like the level of play expected of really almost all of the quarterfinals teams in the winners bracket is just so incredibly high. It's such a ridiculous standard to try to live up to for these guys. So we're going to go hidden 3. So SoCal just going 3 straight hidden picks. They won the first 2 pretty solidly. This one is a little different, though. Higher BPM, more aim requirement as well. We make jokes about this being very similar to Kami no Kotoba. Will this be where maybe Ohio can demonstrate some FCs in the hidden pool and try to steal a point?
Cut version of this song as well, so it's a little bit shorter, a little bit less leniency for any breaks that players might find. SoCal is putting their trust in Your Cute. Once again, blundered the free mod pick earlier just a little bit, but he's going to try and redeem himself here. Utsuha was able to do it. Surely he can as well. Headstack is going to pop out of the lobby for a little bit. He's going to come right back in there. I definitely would be surprised to not see Headstack in for an aim pick after what we've seen from him in the first few.
Yeah, this is like core 3 for both of these teams. I feel like these are the rosters we've seen a bunch of, and all the players we're seeing the most. I believe we should be about set to go.
Utsuha looking more comfortable as well, so even after those beginning picks there, he is certainly going to be someone to watch out for now. I think Ohio's starting to get into their groove a little bit.
Yeah, Utsuha having that FC on Popstar is going to be, I think, a nice confidence booster for him. This is a map that we have not seen much of. We saw some people doing really kind of not great, but others doing quite well. It's a one of those. It's a like hidden player map. I feel like this whole hidden pool, if like you're not a hidden player, you're kind of gonna struggle with. Blaze does find the early break. Yeah. Also, like the relatively high speed requirement of this, with it being what 240 plus BPM, some of those like triplet patterns can be a little difficult.
I agree. We've seen Kablaze one missing the beginning of maps a lot in this match, which is very uncharacteristic. Ariu and Kablaze both slider break.
I would say that was a slider break for both. Your Cute follows up, so it's a little less damage than it could have been. You have Utami Headstack still with the FCs, but just Utsuha for Ohio. And there goes Headstack. It's a 1v1. Utsuha versus Utami.
Unironically, Utsuha can certainly keep up with Utami on a pick like this, so this is going to stick right here.
Yeah, this is going to stay super close until we find some more breaks somewhere or other. That's another one of those really short maps. We had 2 very short picks in a row.
Well, regardless of whether or not Utami broke on the last pick as well, he does still have one of the highest FC ratings in the tournament against Utsuha right now, so Utsuha's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, and this score gap is still over on the side of SoCal, which is odd to me because Ohio has the combo advantage. It's just not a big combo advantage. There goes Utsuha.
Oh, there goes Utsuha. Okay, Utami's doing a thing.
Utsuha and Kablaze just both got abyssaled, and Utami, Utami is not.
This is a pattern.
Yep. Okay, well, Utsuha just died. Wow, that's really sad to see.
Headstack is also just going.
Yeah, Ariu. I was say Ariu hit the thing as well, but yeah, Utsuha Headstack just traded. Utami 99.36 FC, as you do.
As you do. Ariu with 1 slider break, by the way, still. He has not missed.
Right, into the ending. That awkward little 1/3 stream. They get through it just fine. It's not going to really matter at this point. It's a 400k lead. See if we can get that FC, though.
Ridiculous performance from Ariu and Utami.
Yep. And Utami will bring on home the FC. And Ariu just the 1 slider break, but SoCal with the better team score, and they will go ahead and take their own pick once again. So it's 3 picks in a row for SoCal. Ohio looking to match it. No break points yet. That's what we expected, I think, out of this match. These teams would come into this prepared for their picks very, very well.
Headstack with 7 100s on that map. Okay. That is very good accuracy. A combined 29 100s
which
on
is
SoCal.
Tied with Utsuha.
Yeah.
And that's before obviously Utsuha had the total of misses, but we kind of ignore that.
Yeah, that was just this is a chain miss map, unfortunately, one of those hidden sections.
It really is Kami no Kotoba. Like if you miss a note in those jumps, you're gone. Like I don't know, you have no chance to try to pick that pattern back up for a really long time.
Well, SoCal's going to get a 3rd point on the board for their own pick again. This match is going to continue going back and forth, both teams winning their own picks. Nothing too special yet. Ohio's looked good on what they've picked, and SoCal's looked good on what they've picked. I guess with the exception of Free Mud 3, but I guess when you pick an aim pick into these teams, it's going to be contested a bit. It is No Mud 2 time. We've seen 2 three-way FCs on this map, I believe, already. We're maybe going to be looking for our third right here. Not to jinx anything.
Yeah, this is the first, as there's nobody left in the lobby. Okay, goodbye everyone, I guess. Interesting. I was gonna say, this is like the first left-hand map we've seen, or right hand, I guess, if you're left-handed. It's the first tapping hand map we've seen. One of the rare times that we haven't seen DT3 as a very early pick. Seems like it's been a pretty consistent, first or second pick for a lot of teams. Obviously haven't seen Nomad 5 yet either. So this will be a bit of a change up in skill set for both these teams.
I think if you are Ohio right now, I understand picking this map, and I'm not questioning this in any way because Ohio's roster is so strong for stream maps. I mean, you have Airyu and Kablaze, which in and of itself is probably a stupid good roster against any team, and Utsuha has perfect amounts of stamina to play this map. What I don't know is if this was their best pick, especially this early on in the match when you have so much stuff to choose from. You pick a left-hand map into Spev and Utami as a combo. Again, I understand it because of their lineup. It just seems like it's too early.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think back to last year, and I feel like I don't remember what Ohio's performance was like on Nomad 2's then either. I don't know that I would like instantly just jump on this as being, kind of like a mispick, but like you said, I mean, SoCal is a pretty solid roster for this map. It's kind of like how well does the third, I don't know, what do you necessarily like expect out of Headstack on this as a stream player? I'm not as familiar with him compared to
Headstack
Spev or
is not a
Utami.
left-hand player.
Yeah. It's only 190 BPM though. It's not a super fast Nomad 2. So most people like at this level of play will at least be moderately competent on it.
I think that's kind of something that concerns me about SoCal, I guess, more than Ohio, is that SoCal has left-handed players, but not necessarily like left-hand with some of the aim requirements that this map has, especially with, some of the stream velocities. So I guess we'll see who's able to maintain the consistency here. Spev has a history of kind of just wiping through Nomad 2s, so we'll see if he's able to keep that performance up. It looks like it so far.
Yeah, Spev is really good at this skill set. So is Utami, obviously. I mean, there's not much that Utami's not one of the best at.
Yeah.
This I think is a matchup much like earlier where it can swing on one miss from somebody because you have two teams that are both capable of putting up 3 FCs, like you were saying. Double. I feel like a double FC from one of these teams is almost a given.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You just expect it. So it's just a matter of hoping to avoid any of those kind of inopportune breaks. Like this section here, like you get to that middle third and you find a break and you just kind of feel like that the team that broke is automatically in a big hole. But no misses at all as of yet.
Well, again, we're kind of coming back to like this is the winner's bracket. You saw something similar in NorCal versus Massachusetts, where the three-way FCs kind of held up for almost the entire map. Spev, Headstack breaks on nothing.
He like mistapped the note after the slider, I think.
I don't know what just happened.
Is what
there.
it looked like. You know how you can hold a slider slightly too long and you mistime the note after it?
Yeah.
It kind of looked like that. So that's going to be Ohio with a 1K combo advantage. If they don't find a break pretty soon, they're going to be in a very solid spot. The lead not very big yet, but where we are in the map, it is going to grow.
I don't want to sound like a non-believer, but Ohio probably just three-way FCs this, and this is most likely over already. That is traditionally how this map has gone in the winner's bracket.
Yeah.
Like, the three-way FC team just wins it.
Oh,
actually, never mind. Kablaze blunders.
That
It's
gap's
enough.
only 100K. Headstack's built back up to a 500 combo already.
Good act, too.
Spev and Utami are both still FCing, so are Ari and Uta, but the accuracy advantage on those FCs is... Accuracy advantage overall is slightly in favor of SoCal. But that lead is still 100K, and it's really not drifting all that much, which is...
SoCal cannot drop a single 100 here.
SoCal... Nah, I actually think it's over.
It might be.
Is there enough combo at the end for Headstack to build up 60K?
It's going to be close.
It's
Bev dropped
very
hundreds, though.
Close.
Oh, it could be so close. Bev is dropping so much accuracy. It might
He's
be
still got
enough.
99, he's still got 99.6. I think it's enough
It
though.
might
They
be
got enough
enough.
of a lead. Oh, this is
Aryu's
gonna be
dropping
so
X2.
tense. This is gonna be so tense. These last couple of bursts.
No, I
And
don't
Ohio
think.
holds on by
Oh my gosh.
32K. Yikes. Well, what did we say? You need a double FC, and both teams double FC'd to literally one miss headstack, two miss Kablaze, and it was literally just where the breaks were, because headstack had had better accuracy, but a lower max combo, and that just made the difference. That is
32,000.
That is
right.
close, man.
Very close. Ohio, again, another pick just by the skin of their teeth there. You already had.
What's the
Dice.
best ack we've seen on that? Because
Two
Utami...
100s.
Okay. I would say Utami put up
Rectagon.
3 100s.
Yeah,
And
two from Rectagon,
Utah put
three
up
from
6.
TJ.
That's so nuts, though. People are crazy, dude.
2 and 3 100s on this map, I think, are the highest two. A lot of good left-hand players left in this tournament, so we're seeing some good accuracy still, even into the quarterfinals.
How did Utami get over... Utami got over 1 million points despite not SSing. Yeah, I guess, huh? Utami spins like a freaking, like, drill.
I mean, you kind of, if anyone here, like, unironically watched Course Ace closed, like, spinner.
That dude fucking spins.
Seriously.
He spins like max.
Yeah, I've never seen someone, like, genuinely throw their cursor on a spinner like that, but it works, and it's going to be Hani Paganda from SoCal. That's a smart pick, honestly. That is a very smart pick if you are SoCal.
So they exhaust the hidden pool and just drop one map down from hidden 3 to hard rock 3.
Well, here's what's happening right now. SoCal has had outstanding performances from a few players, most notably Headstack and Utami, both of whom are stupid at hard rock maps. So this is, and I think Matthew is just a really good gimmick player.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be just like, who's the 3rd best scorer on the team, put them in, because you know Utami and Headstack were going to be on this map. Ohio gets put in a little bit of an interesting place. I mean, I'm assuming it's Kablaze, Aryu, and then it looks like Kaneko is going to be the 3rd. But this is another one of those maps that we've seen some variance in scores on. You know, we've seen some FCs, we've seen some really subpar performances if people find breaks on that awkward rhythm stuff in the key eyes. So it is a tricky map, like you said, kind of gimmicky.
Well, I think a big thing for SoCal right now is going to be whether or not Headstack and Utami can replicate the performance that we've seen from them. You know, likely on Free Mod 3 and picks of that sort, because they've looked good so far, and, you know, especially Headstack making it through most of that until the ending. They've had a good run so far, and no break points yet from either team. And, you know, Kablaze and Aryu is a strong combo on this map. You got to be careful, as SoCal is most likely going to need to put up 1 to 2 FCs. Like, especially against Aryu.
We've only seen... Because we didn't see any FCs in Virginia versus Texas, because like Rectagon broke, Wixinator broke sort of toward the end, which means we've still only seen, I think, 1 FC on this map total, which was Bashiman from Oregon, the only player to FC this so far. But I think this match, you've got some, as you said, really, really strong hard rock, kind of awkward rhythm players. So that number might be increasing by a bit here. But it's really all about just being consistent in these Kiais with those awkward, like, 1/3 triples.
Ohio has a good roster all around. Kaneko is not as known of a tournament player, but has been in talks for his ability to play maps like this, and his hard rock play is very, very strong. So a solid 3-man roster for Ohio right here. Headstack is going to take the act drops in favor of the combo, which is perfectly acceptable on this map.
Yeah, you don't expect, like, too many players to be getting 99 ACK FCs on this by any stretch of the imagination. Here we go to the first Ki. Give players the first taste of what this map is really all about.
See who's gonna
Kaneko is first to break, and that's what you break on in this map. If you're going to break on anything, it is going to be those triple patterns, and all 3 of SoCal hold on. There goes Aryu as well.
That's rough. That is rough if you are Ohio.
That's going to be a big deficit because SoCal gets a little bit of a easier combo section. This one much more straightforward than the Ki. So they're going to be able to build that lead up a bit here through the second third of the map.
Matthew's accuracy is also freaking ready right
the
now.
NC said that he dropped like 300s, but the fact that he's at 99% is nuts. Nobody puts up this kind of act on this map. A lot of people kind of cheese those 1/3s just a little bit to make sure they combo it, but clearly he is just playing it straight through correctly.
Keeps going above 99 and then dropping 100 to put him. Oh, he misses! What?
That was okay.
He just under-aimed.
Yeah,
he severely under-aimed.
Yep, exactly what happened. Well, still a double FC on Utami and Headstack, but that opens the door back up for Utami, or for Ohio, excuse me, especially if Utami or Headstack, as I was gonna say, finds a break.
Yeah. Well, Tommy's kind of cheesing the accuracy a little bit here on some of the triples, but Headstack is as well. It's enough, though. Kablaze doesn't have the strongest accuracy, but is holding the combo.
Oh,
it is
Kaneko
all on
breaks
Kablaze.
again. That is going to make this a bit more difficult for Ohio. They need basically both FCs to break, like, right now.
Unironically, this is kind of what we saw in Blood Drain, where Aryu finds a really early break, Kablaze FCs, and their third player just doesn't have a good time. Oh, that's big, though. Headstack is the only thing.
Yeah, but Aryu broke, so it's literally Headstack versus Kablaze, and if Headstack breaks soon, the door will be open if Kablaze can hold, but it has to be soon, because that score is going to start to get to where he can't make up the difference. It's about just under 300k. I think it's over now because Headstack has now that we're past 700k. Even if Headstack breaks, Kablaze can't make that up by herself. Excuse me.
That is true, and there's not too many. There's one more difficult section, and it was that slider part right there. So that is probably just it. Headstack and Kablaze.
Kaneko, Area, Matthew, Tommy. Yeah, basically full reset. Other than the two FCs, wow.
Oh my God.
Are they both gonna FC this with like 97.8 AC? Because that's insanity.
Oh, wait.
Yes, they are. Okay, Headstack and Kablaze just both FC'd that with 97.89 accuracy. That's fine.
That is 97.9.
So that happened.
Hard Rock players.
Hard Rock players shaking my head. Just SMH.
Oh, right. Man.
Well done to Headstack and Kablaze, but just better backing score from SoCal there. Neither Eri nor Kaneko had quite as good of a time. Kaneko down at 405k, and unfortunately that's just not going to cut it. And Aryu needed, I mean, he knows it. He needed to do a bit better. But all credit to Headstack FCing and then having some pretty solid scores from Utami and Matthew. So 7 picks in, yet to see a break point. SoCal 4-3, Ohio next pick.
SoCal going for the smart route there, still not letting up a break point here. Mentioned before, picking into Headstack right now is very clearly a stupid good idea because he is having a very, very good match today. Utami is as well, and Matthew certainly has had his moments with their supporting player on Yurku for the beginning. But Ohio's going to continue picking into their strengths with the Nomad 4, so we are going to see this club is not for you.
Boy, this is
contested.
This is contested. Yeah. This is one of those maps that you can just really easily have a pretty rough time on for all but the best tech players. So I think a lot of these maps are going to feel to us like they're risky, though, because these players are all so strong on many of these picks. I don't know that there was like an objectively better pick than this for Ohio here. I think this is fine because Aryu Kablaze, very good tech players, but it's gonna all feel quite close the rest of the way. I think once we've eliminated half the pool, so the picks are gonna start to dwindle.
They are going down here. You got two very strong tech rosters for both of these teams. I don't know who the third for SoCal is. I assume it would be Headstack, unless he's just really not confident on this map right now, which I guess is understandable. If you're not really ready for the sliders or something on this, then it's fine, but I don't think Spev plays this, personally.
No, Spev is not a tech player. This is definitely Headstack, and there he is. So, core 3 for Ohio. Tommy Headstack, but Matthew taking the place of as their third. Have we seen...
Understandable.
Have we seen like any FCs on this?
No.
Not many. This one's so difficult to be
actually-
like really consistent on. I'm sure somebody can tell me. I'd have to go through to see though.
Let me reference the one match I think that would have had an FC if they played this map. Hold on.
I can tell you the matches it was played in, which it was picked in the NorCal versus Massachusetts match. I don't remember if there were
Yeah,
FCs
no,
there.
there was no FCs there. Yeah,
and it's been picked here now. It hasn't been picked all that much. Yeah, it's been a relatively infrequent one. I think this is only its like 4th pick. So those few plus, oh, come on guys. Well,
unfortunately, I don't think that like a lot of the teams that would have FCs on this had it picked. Like Washington probably could have, or Connecticut if they had like Reunata leftovers. But
yeah,
a lot of players just not there for that.
yeah,
then,
Connecticut obviously forfeiting, so they didn't get to have those players at all this week display what they were capable of. Well, this is like a Kablaze map though for sure.
It really is. Aryu is also really good at these type of
Honestly,
slider
like
maps.
pretty much everybody
All of them
in
are.
this lobby is quite good at tech, though Utsuha is going to find a break on that little space triple pattern, so early combo lead for SoCal. And this is a short one. This is possibly the shortest map left available, I think. This is what, like just about 2 minutes long.
Yeah, I think
2 minutes
there's a
and change.
lot of break potential at the ending here with those slider repeats that are kind of stacked here. It'll be dangerous if SoCal holds all the way through to that ending section right there, because you know someone is going to hit that. Everyone hits the 1/3.
Ooh, headset broke on it. Okay, combo lead back over to Ohio, but Utsuha headset and Utami breaking. So now it's just
Favors
Kablaze
Ohio.
and Aryu looking to run with it. Matthew, the only FC left for SoCal. Look at that act, by the way,
Aryu makes this
99.
map look easy. Aryu makes this map look easy.
Aryu and
Okay,
Kablaze just
yeah.
both making this, like, they're actually just kind of toggled, I think.
Well
But
done.
Kablaze does finally break, but there goes Matthew as well, so there's nobody to match Aryu, who will now be able to take the lead back to Ohio.
It would have been close if Matthew held, but...
It was in the favor of SoCal because they had more backing combo with Utami on about a 250 combo.
Oh,
But...
no, Kablaze got banchoed.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was a
Oh,
big...
yep, yeah.
That was a big bancho.
bancho.
Yeah, right? That was a long one. So, yeah, that's a much bigger lead to Ohio than it looked like. Aryu Kablaze with the double FC, because that's, I guess, what you do on this map. 98.8 FC for Aryu. That's ludicrous accuracy for this pick.
Aryu
There
was
goes Kablaze
FCing, Kablaze finally misses. He knew he had to summon Kablaze's combo back for them to win this pick, and it worked.
They take it by 400k, man. Almost 500k. That got more one-sided than we expected it to, I think, towards the end there. Matthew with the S rank, that's unfortunate. 624k, a solid score, but just not good enough.
Again, I think we mentioned before the pick as well, this is one of those maps that you can just really, really blunder on with some of the sliders and the 1/3 patterns. And unfortunately, SoCal kind of caught most of that. Utsuha was really the only one on Ohio that had, trouble in those middle and beginning sections. Kablaze held until basically right at the end.
Yep. That was the closest thing to a double FC you can really get without having a double FC from Ohio.
Yeah.
There. So now, there's one pick left per team here, guys. We're at 4-4 in the best of 11. Each team
No
has
break
one
points.
pick remaining. 8 maps in. Will we see 10 maps without a break point? SoCal DT3. Ooh, boy. Swinging for the fences with this one. I don't know.
What happens if we go to TB? Whose break point would that be if a team loses? Granted, who's favored on this?
Who's
team?
favored on the tiebreaker?
Oh goodness, that's close on this.
It's close.
Ohio has consistency.
Yeah, but the tiebreaker
SoCal
is
has
like,
head-stack aim.
yeah, the tiebreaker is a little bit more of a tapping favored map than an aim favored map.
I think the small circle size comparatively to other TBs also makes a difference there, being base CS 5.
Yeah, for sure. Or is it 5 or 4.5?
Is it 4.5?
think
I thought it was 5 in the semifinals.
Oh, you're right. It is 5. Is it 4.5 for
Okay,
the?
yeah,
I
it
think
is.
it's 4.5 for the current, like the semifinals tiebreaker, which is why I was getting conflated.
Yes, I was gonna say, yeah, because it's definitely small circles on that, which makes that aim section towards the ending a little bit more difficult, or at least in the middle. And and that's a big clinch point on that map. But SoCal's got a strong DT roster. I would say this is a smart pick from them. Of course, you know, you have Spev left hand and Utami left hand, and I think what
sounds like Chizaron
Cute comes back in for this.
So they're saying Chizaron is
Chizaron.
BRB, so I'm assuming it's gonna be him.
I see.
Or wait, he went to.
That's smart.
Sorry for slots. I mean, he can get moved. The referee can just move him to the left hand side.
This makes sense.
And then yeah, you go
For
Blaze
SoCal.
Ryu.
Utsuha again, most likely left-hand players. Yeah, Utsuha definitely has the stamina for this map. Unless Ohio wants to throw someone else in that I don't. To be honest, like, as much as Utsuha has certainly not had his best, you know, match ever today, I don't know if anyone really compares to him in terms of, like, consistent left-hand stamina, so it would just make sense to keep him in. And it looks like they will. Chizaron, one of the new players for SoCal, we have not seen him. in this
Yeah,
map.
I don't think he's played at all yet, has he? This is a tough. This is a bit of a bit of a rough spot to come into, man. 4-4, a lot of pressure to perform well on this pick as your first map. But
Well, if you're good at DT, this is the map for it. Left hand. Let's see if he can prove what coming in for this DT map is all about and what it takes. It's that triple section again that we're mentioning that may take a toll if the nerves are running high, but
yeah, it's. I said before, and I'll reiterate again. Like, there's literally two things that make up this map. It's whether or not you can play the stamina section, and then whether or not you can aim the triples with nerves of holding an FC to 1200 combo.
something that worries me on this map is, unironically, like normally I wouldn't worry about Spev on a stamina map, but the aim requirement at the ending of this map and Spev's tendency to get very high nerves is dangerous.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking that exact same thing, actually, where you're just a little concerned about him maybe being the one to misaim those triples and have a little bit of difficulty. We've seen it happen to several other, very strong players where they'll miss just in that spot despite getting through, the hardest stamina draining portion of the map. But these are 6 players who are all going to be very comfortable with making it through everything, I think. I don't know that anybody here really falls off in terms of stamina, but if you drop some accuracy, the lead can go and just kind of stay that way for a while. Zaron dropping to 95%. He's got a hold here for SoCal.
This is the
Fortunately,
long stream right
Kablaze
here.
and Aryu dropping a bit of ack as well. Not the biggest stamina players, but they do manage to get through. Aryu and Utami trade breaks. There goes Zaron as well. So it is down to Spev against Utua and Kablaze.
Aryu breaks again.
Is this at long last going to be the break point? If Kablaze and Utua hold on, there's nothing SoCal can do.
To be honest, I don't know if Kablaze breaks here, but there is a chance that Utsuha breaks with his track record in this match thus far. We'll see. Chizaron breaks again. Utami's got a combo.
I said this was a risky spot to bring in a player for their first map of the match, especially one that's as mechanically taxing on that left hand as this one is. Here we go into those triples. Are we going to see any misaims from anybody?
I think we need a double break from Ohio soon.
Yeah,
Spev
it's a
has
200k
to
lead.
FC.
I just don't know if it's going to be coming from anybody. They're all looking comfortable. Spev has a 99 ACK FC. He's doing everything he can, but unfortunately the double break from his teammates is just putting them in the back. That's really it now. I mean, unless you really suffer, this is going to be just the outcome of the match, because there's nothing left to break on at this point. If you can get here, you should not miss after it.
Yeah, this is just not a section that you miss on right here unless you get really nervous and shake off one of these. But Spev has done literally everything. Aryu and Cesaro and trading to miss, which just moves Ohio more.
Spev's on like the highest ACK FC we've seen. I don't know that we've seen like one person above 99 before this?
Taibai had like 99.4, I think.
Yeah.
Spev's shakes. Oh my
he's good
god.
though. He got there.
Oh no.
It's just not going to matter. That's so
he doesn't
sad for
know.
Spev. No,
oh god.
I don't think he does.
It pains me. It pains me.
Wow.
It's such a good play too. That play is unbelievable from Spev.
Yeah, 99.15 ACK on this with an FC, remarkably strong, and he's going to see the scoreboard after the map and just wait. Everybody left before he even got to the end. Okay, that's unfortunate.
That's disappointing. That is disappointing if you are Spev and Utami, because missing on that map is disappointing, and FCing it and not winning it is also just tragic.
That feels for Spev, but let's talk for a sec, though. Kablaze and Utsuha coming through in the clutch for the double FC to take a 5-4 lead. The only match point that either team is going to see of their own is on Ohio, and it's on their last pick of the match. It does not get much better than this. So now, it's the last pick. Ohio wins this. Match is over, 6-4. They go on to the semifinals against Florida. SoCal wins this. Well, we see game over. We've got Nomad 1, Nomad 5. I think Ohio might take the Nomad 5 angle here, seeing what they just saw on DT3. We've got Hard Rock 1, Hard Rock 2, DT 1, and Fremod 1. I don't think if you're Ohio you risk an aim battle. I don't think you risk like a Nomad 1, Hard Rock 1. I think it might be Nomad 5 here.
If you pick Nomad 5, I'd be careful. Again, I think that even though SoCal kind of blundered that a little bit, you shouldn't really pick a map like left-handed expecting Utami and Spev to miss. So I think they might want to go for something a little bit more aim-based, I even wonder.
So now, okay, Fremod 1 is available. Ohio 1, Nomad 4, SoCal 1, Hidden 1. So that's like a toss-up. That is a straight coin flip. And I don't know. Okay, they're going to do it. They're going to chance what I think is a bit of a coin flip Fremod 1 pick in Ramsing.
I wonder if it's smart, though. SoCal has the pressure on right now. And that can take an effect on a slider map like this. A big effect.
Yeah, this is the nerves on slider aim, especially for the Hard Rock players on this. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Headstack's got his work cut out for him. So does Aryu,
yeah,
who I imagine will be the two Hard Rock players.
Yeah, I'm going to assume we get the same mods where we see Aryu, Headstack, Hard Rock, Kablaze, Matthew, Hidden, and then Utami and Utsuha Nomad. I think that's probably the way you go on this. And you just assume... Oh, Shotgun Ape? What? This is... No offense to Shotgun Ape, but this is not the place in the match where you replace Aryu, Kablaze, Utsuha as your roster, is it?
I wonder if they're gonna put Shotgun Ape on a mod and have a guaranteed FC
and
on
that way
Aryu
you
or
can,
Kablaze.
yeah, and that way you can run Kablaze, Nomad, Aryu, and Aryu Hard Rock.
Yes. Or Shotgun Ape is the Hard Rock.
Or Shotgun Ape could even be the Nomad if he's consistent on Nomad. I mean, we really don't know because he's not a player that's... I mean, he's really not been in this match all that much, if any, right? I'm trying to think... with it being as late as it is, I can't remember what he has been in for, and he is going to be the Nomad.
All right.
Interesting.
I respect it.
Shotgun
Ape is no stranger.
I can respect it. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And SoCal is going to go that route with changing up their mods a little bit as well. You're going to see Utami, Hidden, Matthew, Nomad.
I think this is smart. I think this is what I thought SoCal should have done on Fremod 3 with Utami taking Hidden, because Utami is so comfortable on Hidden. I think it makes a minute difference if he is on, Hidden versus Nomad. So if you think that Matthew can put up a good combo and Utami can just match it with Hidden, this is smart for them. But Shotgun Ape is a wild card here. We haven't seen him much on the slider tech.
Yeah, we haven't seen Shotgun Ape since... What, Hidden 2? I think is the only time he's played in this match. So...
The Nomad players are the first two to break.
Yep. This is almost easier, we've talked about this in previous times when it's been played, almost easier with mods. With Hidden, you take the approach circles out, and Hard Rock, you just make it higher AR, so it removes a little bit of that density aspect, which some people will find this map, Nomad, to be quite dense. There goes Shotgun Ape again. SoCal's going to hold on to a bit of a combo advantage. Accuracy very high on Matthew as well, which is outdoing Shotgun Ape, and Kablaze not having the best act either, so Tommy's ahead there.
This is going to be big, though. The first break from either of these teams is going to completely throw this right now. Aryu versus Headstack on Hard Rock, which is scary to think about, let alone watch.
Blaze finds a break for Ohio. That's one of those two remaining FCs gone. Utami, Headstack both holding. It's got to be a break from. It's got to be a break from somebody on SoCal at some point now.
I wouldn't count on a break from Headstack on Hard Rock today, though. He's just looked so good. Aryu is matching. Matthew had a little bit of trouble on that pattern there, so there is combo
It's not,
to go up, but it's a double FC.
Man.
It's
Blaze
going to be
is still in the
close.
S rank too. That's really unfortunate. That means all she had was a slider break.
Yeah, this is a slider break map, unfortunately. Slow section.
Matthew breaks in the slow section, but
nothing.
Headstack and Utami are holding, and they're going to take a couple 100,000 point lead. There's still a decent amount of map left, but if one of them doesn't break pretty soon...
Only one of them needs to FC to hold this for SoCal. The combo is not quite there for Ohio, although it will be soon. Headstack needs to hold for a little bit longer against Aryu with that Hard Rock.
Oh man, this is going to be so close. The combo is like in SoCal's favor, but barely. It might just be dead even, yeah?
Matthew is their only bonus combo right now, essentially.
It's 200k lead. I don't know if this is comebackable anymore unless SoCal just stops playing right now. Where the scores are, I don't know if this is comebackable.
Utami and Headstack just don't look like they plan on missing it. There goes Kablaze. That's going to be tiebreaker.
Okay, I fell behind a little bit. Shotgun 8 missed for me.
That's a double break from Ohio.
All right.
Oh, Kablaze was banshowed. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's just it. We're going to tiebreaker now with that break from Shotgun 8. Wow. Well, we knew this matchup was going to be good, and it is absolutely living up to the hype as we see SoCal looking like another double FC from match point down right now. They double FC to send it to the TB. Headstack slider breaks the last note.
No.
It's an FC. I don't care. I don't care. It's an FC.
It's an FC. Wow. That is a performance and a half right there from both teams. Shotgun Ape and Matthew with a minimal score difference between the two of them. 30,000 essentially between the two or less. And, you know, Headstack and Utami just putting up an unbeatable double FC.
You can't beat a double FC. No, Aryu did have the top score in the lobby based on slightly higher accuracy and not slider breaking at the end there like Headstack did. But you're just not going to do much about a double FC. Now, hey, players, this is one time I'm not going to care. Go into frickin' solo and check your offset. Go check your offset right now. I swear to God, go into solo, check your offset on this map right this split second. You've got like a couple minutes to do it. Just go do it right now.
Give us the TB this tournament deserves.
Give us the match of the like. I think I would argue this match of the week and possibly the best match we've seen in the entire tournament.
Oh goodness.
So.
Headstack and Taro are ready.
Who wins?
Bev is in for this.
Who wins this between these teams?
All right. So, let me go off of what we've seen in this match thus far and what I think I expect from these players. Ohio has looked good on Kablaze and Aryu with a couple of misses here and there. Utsuha has kind of been having a rough time, so it looks like they're going to put Taro in for this map. However, you're going up against SoCal. This is an aim-heavy, small circles map. Headstack has looked insane on the precision today and his consistency. Matthew has had a little bit of trouble with the consistency. Then it comes down to Spev. Spev is a consistent player. He's got decent aim, and he's got the left hand. My problem is this is a CS5-based map with a player whose nerves have not treated him well in the past on tiebreakers. So it looks like Utami, obviously.
Yeah, there was no way that Utami wasn't going to play the tiebreaker.
Spev is, I think, the wild card for SoCal. Spev is fantastic player. He has all the potential in the world to absolutely knock this map out of the park, but that is the wild card for SoCal. I also think that Ohio right now, Utsuha is a wild card. Normally, I'd say Utsuha would be absolutely amazing on this map, but Utsuha hasn't had the best time, so I wonder if they're just going to stick Taro in for this, which may be an option.
Yeah,
so this is ridiculous.
Taro has been talked up as a ridiculously strong consistency player, and he's going to need it here if they want to if they want to take this.
Like, I want to make a note of the fact as well, there is a reason this map has a singular FC. It is difficult to be consistent on this map, let alone in a tournament setting where the pressure is on to not only win for your team, but to stay in the winner's bracket, which is a massive help once you've hit semifinals in these tournaments. You do not want to be in the loser's bracket of this tournament right now, and, you know, we'll go over it after the match is over, but these matches are scary to look at.
This tournament gets ridiculously intense once you get into those top few teams left in the winner's bracket, and the loser's bracket is going to start to be scary because one of these teams is going to be a shark in the water in that loser's bracket. Yeah. Oh boy, this is going to be a wild ride. You know, Utami Headstack have looked insane this entire match, but Aryu Kablaze have looked also very strong. Taro came in for free mod 3, put up the no mod FC, helped them win that pick.
Aryu misses on nothing.
Does find the early break, not the end of the world. It's very early on. Nobody even has more than 30k score yet, but you hope that that doesn't indicate he's at all uncomfortable or nerves or anything. I can't imagine Aryu while people feeling nervous, but Kablaze finds an early break too. Ohio not starting off this map the way they want to, but there is so much combo out of them. This is a lengthy, high combo map. There's no FCs left on Ohio already. You hate to see that as the start of this map.
It's not a good start, but it's certainly not doomed yet, although with Utami and Headstack's performance in the rest of the match, it could be a bad position to start off in here. Utami's consistency hasn't been quite as good as the rest of the tournament today, but he's still putting up the scores necessary, and Headstack has as well. And we'll see if Spev is going to hold his own as that third player. His cursor's already shaking a little bit, but he's just got to hold combo essentially through the first half here, and they'll be in a good spot. But I was going to say, it could be Headstack and Utami versus Aryu and Kablaze, but those breaks are going to put Ohio back a little bit. It's already 100k. They're going to hold it here.
Yeah, it's the lead is going to kind of steady out here with Ohio building up a decent amount of combo, but as long as SoCal is holding this triple FC, the lead will slightly, just incrementally increase over time as we start to get deeper and deeper into this map. About 900k, or 900 combo, excuse me, in for the FC players. 123,000 point lead, just shy of halfway through. Headstack and Utami both were holding really good. I dropped a couple hundreds each. Aryu, 99.6 despite the early break. Suffice to say, accuracy is not going to be the win con here. It's going to be all about the combo because everybody's holding solid AC.
This is a stellar performance from both teams right now. The lowest combo we saw in the other matchup where this tiebreaker was played in Massachusetts versus NorCal was tied by a 961, and Taro is looking to be the last player to pass that. Right here, Headstack and Spev both break.
Oh my god, a double break for SoCal. That is the door open for Ohio
right now.
We are at halfway through. You know what that does to their score. Utami can just try to hold on as best as he can and hope for some breaks from Ohio. There are not many, if any, breaks in this, so even for people with the leaderboard off, oh boy.
This is the aim section right here.
Spev
this is where you break.
Okay, there goes Taro. So it is Aryu Kablaze with the big combos for Ohio. Utami still holding the lone FC.
Utami breaks.
Kablaze broke as well,
Aryu
though.
breaks.
Aryu breaks too. Oh my god, everyone,
so
it's a
close.
full reset. It's a full reset to 6-player reset, and it's what, a 60,000 point gap.
Headstack is the only combo right now.
And Headstack breaks. He breaks too, but there's not any combo on Ohio to do anything about it. This, like you said, this is the hard part. This is where people are going to find those breaks, and you just see them coming left, right, and center. Spev, Taro, Headstack, repeated misses. Utami at a 220 combo, a little bit ahead of Kablaze, and Aryu with 170 combo. That's actually a combo lead for Ohio. It's only 60k score gap between the teams. It's going to come down a little bit, but man, SoCal having trouble. Spev repeatedly missing now.
Headstack and Utami both need to hold their combos into the ending right now for anything to stay on the side of SoCal. Ohio has a big combo.
This is a lot of
free.
This is a lot of free combo in the ending, though, right? And it's not nearly as note dense because this is about all we see the rest of the way, right?
This is.
Is this enough to?
There's one more section. I think there's one more section.
The note density drops so much in the last part of this map. Here's a stream and a little bit more. This is going to be so close.
Headstack and Utami have to hold. Taro finds a break. That's going to be the opening for SoCal to hold on to their score.
That might have just ended it with that break from Taro.
Nope, there is breakable. There is breakable spots left at the ending of this map right here. This can still go back.
Oh my god, it's 60,000 points, all that separates these guys.
This is the last section
This is the last gap
This is
for
the
Ohio.
last section.
If Ohio has to FC this and hope for a last-second miss from SoCal, and it just doesn't look like that's forthcoming. Utami and Headstack have both stabilized. So has Spev. No, Spev breaks. There's a little bit of a combo lead for Ohio. It's a 60,000 point lead still.
It ends right here.
It's not going to be enough.
That's the map.
SoCal's going to take it by 50,000 points. SoCal, Utami, and Headstack just held, and Spev even as well, just held enough combo through that last section for SoCal to maintain their lead, and they take it 6-5. What a match. 500
my
viewers,
gosh.
What the
Yeah, wow.
I hope you guys enjoyed that one, because my lord.
Now that is the TB that we are looking for in the quarterfinals. South California is going to prevail as the third-seeded team in the tournament advances to the next round of the winners bracket. Ohio, with a valiant effort, will just barely miss it. Kablaze with only slider breaks on the tiebreaker, backed up by Taro and Aryu, and Headstack and Utami, and Spev not too far behind, doing what they've been doing the entire match. The consistency, the aim, the left-handed ability just on the streams, it all played together, and SoCal just had a very, very good match today.
That was... I don't know. That was the match of the tournament. Absolutely just outrageous performances from everyone in that match. So back and forth. It's like Ohio maybe had the chance to close it out with that break point, and SoCal just dug deep, got it back, and then just ever so slightly stronger on the tiebreaker. I mean, what can you say but GG, well played, because my lord, what a match from both of these squads.
That was the match that you look for in the winners bracket here, and unfortunately one of the teams, as good as they are, does have to go down to the losers bracket to face off against a bunch of teams that are crapping themselves now because Ohio is in the losers bracket.
You are shaking in your boots now. The unfortunate spot is going to belong to Michigan. They're going to get this Ohio team that's going to be out for revenge after that one. It's going to be, oh man, that's going to be a grudge match. Ohio versus Michigan, already enough of a rivalry, you know, and just making it a little stronger here. So we get that as the match, and then of course that sets up SoCal versus Florida in the winners bracket semis alongside Virginia, Massachusetts, the other match that we'll be seeing in that winners bracket this weekend. So it's only going to get better from here, is what I'm trying to say. If you are not already following this stream, if you are not already in this Discord to see when these streams go and what happens in these matches, you should, because the rest of the way, it is all going to be matches like this.
Oh, look forward to that. This tournament, I think I said it yesterday and today, this tournament is only going to get more exciting as the semifinals approach next weekend, and there are some insane matches in the semifinals already, not to mention the 2 rounds we have to follow afterwards. But the quarterfinals are done for now. We got our 2 tiebreakers. We have all of our solidified winners in each of the respective brackets, and next weekend we'll be determining our 2 finalist teams in the winners bracket.
So we are gonna see Virginia, Massachusetts, Florida, SoCal winners bracket, Texas versus Washington, Ohio versus Michigan, NorCal versus Oregon, and Carolina versus New York as the losers bracket matches. Semifinals weekend is about to be hype with a capital H. It is so good. I hope everybody's there, and my god, I hope you guys enjoyed this match, because I sure did. From this side, it was amazing from start to finish. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to SoCal. Ohio, thank you for putting on such an incredible match, the best one we've had in the tournament so far. And of course, Chillier, thank you for being here. We will see you guys all this weekend for the semifinals of USC 2021. Have a great night.
New Year. It's New Year's
Happy
in
New Year,
Australia.
boys.